it upon itself without loans through our internally generated funds to do that, especially ISWA, when the President, His Excellency the President, commissioned the project in October 2017. The water could not get into major parts of the Wa Township. So Ghana Water Company on its own internally generated fund has to expand, and currently when you go to Wa, you can see connection taking place. A region in 2017 that had only 3,400 customers, today boasting of almost 10,000 customers. One region, one district, today Upper West has become one region, two districts. And we are moving on, and I'm sure by the time we finish the 150 kilometers that we've given them, connecting people to it, we might be having a third of or a fourth district for the people of Wa. So 662 kilometers of main pipe extension were made at a cost of $6.5 million. These are not projects. These are funded internally by GWCL, as I said earlier. Everything that we mentioned here, except the externally funded projects, every other thing is funded by GWCL. We've also done some production improvements in most of the systems because pressures on the ECG, NEDCO power lines, we always have fluctuations in our power. But we cannot explain to our people, our customers, that because the power is fluctuating, that's why we cannot produce water for them. For that matter, we have to spend additional resources, almost 12.3 million Ghana cedis, to acquire automatic voltage regulators to install in these areas that normally have these power fluctuations. And most of the shutdowns that we have, 40% of it is as a result of power fluctuation. Barakesi, Odaso, Konongo, Aframso, Achiasi, Konyaku, Befi Krum, Esachre, Sechere Himan, Keseve, and Sawam treatment plants all have AVRs. And there are other areas, including my hometown, Salaga, that we are procuring the AVR to be able to stabilize power. So apart from these ones, we are still procuring more of them. Also looking at the services delivery. Pump replacements. If Ghana Water Company started, or the operations of water supply started in 1928, so most of the operations or the equipments, the machines that we use, some of them are as old as 1928. And so there's the need for us to retool them. They've lived most of their useful lives, but for us from 2017, we've felt we have nowhere to complain to. The responsibility is on us. You cannot say that because somebody did not do his work, you might not do your work, because your performance is not going to be linked to what the person had not done, but what you have done. And so we've done a lot of pump replacements. If you go to Secharima, where Galamsey had crashed 3 of our pumps, we needed to get these pumps shipped in from outside. And most of these pumps, you don't get them from the shelves. You have to take the specification to the manufacturers. They take a longer period. Some of them take as long as 56 weeks before they can manufacture. Then shipping will also take some time. If you go to Tema Booster today, if customers will remember, we asked for a shutdown because we're installing some new pumps that we bought, 4 of them, 4 control panels, to change pumps that were there since 1965. And we have spent our own resources, millions of euros, to be able to change them. We're also doing dredging. Apart from the Galamsey problems that challenges that we have, that is silting our reservoirs, we also have other human activities, but we need to dredge. And so if you go to Secharima, we've been doing this regularly. Owabe, we almost done with the contracting activities. Winneba and Sawam, we keep on doing some of this dredging. You can see a picture of exactly. This is a picture that is we are replacing the pipeline from Pong to Temabusta. This is a steel pipe. Its life is 30 years. It was constructed or placed there in 1965. And today, 1965 till today, you can tell it's beyond the 55 years. The 30 years. And so it has gotten more than 25 years of its excess life. And so we have a lot of perforations on them, and we have to, on our own, fabricate the pipes. We didn't import them. We fabricated them at our workshop, got Standard Authority to certify that it's up to standard, and we got Ghanaian contractors to do the barring. And we are doing this at our own cost, internally generated funds. And that's why we need some of these specialized units to be with us so that we can, once in a while, use them to give us some efficiency. The next slide is just about commercial improvements that we are having, the processes. I think people can look at it on their own. These are the processes that we go through. The next slide is also, we've gone digital, and we'll be talking about it, but these are some of the routes that we can use to get payments done. If you take our commercial and marketing,
please subscribe to Morris TVGH.